If I woke up tomorrow with no prior knowledge and no nostalgia of my friendships, who would I still invest in? Who would I still invest time in? Who would I still schedule with?
And so whether it's Oprah or Taylor Swift or Serena Williams or Jay Shetty or Kevin Palmieri or you are allowing too many trivial things to distract you from the most important thing.
Next Level Nation, welcome back to another very special, as always, episode of Next Level University, where we teach you how to level up your life, your love, your health, and your wealth. We hope you enjoyed our latest episode, number 879, Why You May Never Be Understood. Today, just the way I read it got me. Today, for episode number 880, quality versus quantity in your relationships.
Hey, full transparency. For all our listeners and viewers, Kevin and I are in a giggly mood. It is like almost 7 p.m. and we have
a long
day. But we're
here
gonna
to power
add
through.
Value. We're gonna
power through as we always try to do, and bear with us. And again, I think one of the beautiful things about this is we don't hide the stuff. Like we could edit that out, but this is who we are, and this is what it's like after a long day, and our goal is still to deliver as much value as possible. So, Alan, you wanted to do this episode. What is the jam?
Okay. So there was someone in group coaching. His name's Greg, and
shout out to Greg.
Shout out to Greg. He created this awesome analogy where he said, if you're the top champagne glass in a champagne tower and you're overflowing, then you overflow into the other glasses. But if you're unfulfilled, you can't overflow into the other glasses. And so that's really the premise of this framework. So quality over quantity in your relationships. This was last week. NLU has grown a tremendous amount in a very short amount of time, which I am so grateful. Kevin is so grateful. The NLU team is so grateful. Thank you all so much. Not only has the podcast grown, but the business has grown. The team has grown. We just got a new team member. All exciting things. So needless to say, Kevin and I are extremely overwhelmed, but in the best way. And I had someone from my past who I grew up with. It was like a little brother to me at the time. It's kind of like my second family. And he called me 4 times in one day. And 2 times in the morning and then 2 times in the evening. It's like 9:30 at night, and he left me a voicemail. And I listened to the voicemail. He just said, I just want to talk. Maybe you have some advice for me. I could tell that this person was having a hard time. So what I ended up doing the next day was sending him a podcast episode about self-worth. And I said, please email me next time. I can't have people calling me at 9:30 at night, right? But it got me thinking. Emilia and I had already both worked a ridiculously long day, and I have my days broken into thirds. The first third is for me, which is my most important deep work. The second third is for service, podcasting, coaching, speaking, group coaching, all of those things, team huddles. And then the third third is for fitness, for family, and for food. And family in this case being Emilia and Tucker. Now, that's my typical schedule. Absolutely adore it. So I'm on my third doing food and family and hanging out with Emilia and Tucker in front of the fire. Just the only rest and relaxation that I really get for the most part. And I get these calls, right? 2 calls in a row and a voicemail left. And it triggered me. It triggered me. It triggered a lot of my past. And it got me thinking about those days when I was a busboy and a cart kid at a golf course and all that stuff. And so it sort of derailed my night with Emilia, and Emilia gave me some advice, and she said, you're going to have to start protecting your time more effectively. So the next day after I sent this person a message saying, hey, I think this podcast will help you. Please email me if you need anything. But I'm not going to be able to have people calling me late at night, and I hope you're well. Genuinely wish you well. So the next day I took some extra time. I think I moved one of my calls, and I did some back office work, and I went on my Remarkable. It's like an electronic notepad, and I created this framework called the relationship ripple effect. And I'm looking at it right now on my phone, and it's got 10 layers. Picture an onion with 10 layers. And the core of the onion is 1, and then it goes outward, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. And the first one is me. my own personal development, my own physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. That's number one. And again, in the champagne tower analogy, if you're the top glass, at which in your world you are, you must be overflowing. What is best for you is what's best for others, as long as you're in alignment with your highest self. That's the premise of this. So while it might feel selfish to go to the gym or to take care of yourself or to take time to do your own personal development or to foam roll or to stretch or to meditate or to do self-care, those things are not selfish because they make you become more, and when you are more, you have more to give. So while other people try to convince you that taking time for you is a bad thing, we're trying to show you the opposite of that. And so this framework starts with number one, which is me. Number two is the we. That's Emilia and I's relationship. Number three is Kevin. So coaching Kevin, building with Kevin, business with Kevin, and redesigning our life and our business together with Kevin. Then it's Amy, because she's my assistant. She supports me the next most after Kevin. Then it's Alessandro. So Alessandro is the chief operating officer of Next Level University. After that is the NLU team. So after that is the Next Level Business Solutions, my one-on-one clients. After that is my relationship talks clients. After that is group coaching clients. So obviously, a group coaching client at a lower price point should inherently get more of my time and or less of my time and attention than a one-on-one client who's paying more. And then after that is what I have written down is raving fan listeners, people that are in the community, the Next Level community, the Next Level family. And I put down outside guidance and relationship building. I want to build a relationship with this magnificent community. And if I allow my own self-care to take a hit, if I allow my own sleep to take a hit, if I allow anyone from my past to call me anytime, even though I'm already spread very, very thin, then I'm going to burn down. And when I burn down, that's bad for Kevin, that's bad for Emilia, that's bad for the NLU team, that's bad for my clients, that's bad for the group coaching, that's bad for the listeners. And so the idea here for anyone watching or listening to this is to create your own, again, this is Strategy Saturday, create your own proactive relationship ripple effect. This is the Next Level ripple effect. You can reach out to me, DM me, or email me. I will send you the exact framework. It's very simple. It's picture an onion with 10 layers. 1 is in the center, 10 is in the outer layer, and it's sort of like a champagne tower looking from the top. And you have to put yourself first, not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows you to be the most fulfilled version of yourself so that you are overflowing. We all know that when we're in a miserable, terrible state, when we're overwhelmed and anxious and unfulfilled, we all unintentionally treat others poorly. And so I realized that if I kept going down the path I was going, I was going to be in trouble. And so now I feel much better. And I have this in front of me at all times, and it reminds me, Alan, you have to take self-care. I have 150 WhatsApp messages right now. There's a lot of people that need my attention, and I understand that, or I should say want my attention. But I have to make sure I'm taking care of myself. Otherwise, I won't be able to take care of those other people. And that's really what this Strategy Saturday is about.
Hello, this is Dr. Tarryn MacCarthy, and we are well into 2022. And maybe you are not willing to have a repeat of the last 2 years. Or perhaps you've had an inkling for quite some time that you are destined for something greater than what you're experiencing in your reality right now. Maybe it's your business or your work, and you know that there's greater value and impact that you can have in your community. Or maybe it's love and connection that's been eluding you. Or perhaps it's your health and wellness, and you know that you can feel better, do better than this. Well, join us at Next Level Live, March 26th, a full-day immersion with experts in their fields to help guide you on how to bring your life to the next level. Looking forward to seeing you there.
We're getting more listens now in a month than I think we got in the first 2 years. And so if you're new, you may have never heard about any of this. You may have never heard me say this before. One of my favorite quotes: are the people in your life the best from your past or the best for your future? I remember one day I was thinking about my friendships, and Alan and I were in a place where we were growing a lot and really trying to figure out this business thing and speaking in clients and just everything. We were trying to grow the business. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, if I woke up tomorrow with no prior knowledge and no nostalgia of my friendships, who would I still invest in? Who would I still invest time in? Who would I still schedule with? And after I started thinking that way, I had to make some very difficult decisions. There were some people in my life who were friends with me because they had been friends with me for a long time. Not necessarily the best for the future, not necessarily the best for growth, the best for business, the best for self-worth, the best for my potential. You know, I'll tell you this, and this is a vulnerable thing, but my dad texted me today. And for those of you who don't know, first time I ever met my dad that I recall, I was 26 or 27. And I don't have a real relationship at all, really. We don't spend time together. We text every once in a while. We've talked on the phone. But one of the reasons I'm not super into the relationship is because I know I'm not willing to sustain it. I know at this point I'm not willing to pour in enough to actually make the relationship thrive. And that's me protecting my time, myself, my growth, my relationship with Tarryn and, you know, the community and the business and all that. So you have to always be thinking of this as you get more successful, as you have more opportunity. You have to continue checking in with, okay, are these things serving me? Are these things, think about it like a car. When you've had a car for 15 years and the gas mileage is garbage and you have to put oil in it every couple weeks and your tires are always flat and sometimes it doesn't start, you say to yourself, you know what, this thing is not serving me anymore. I'm not comparing that to friendships because I know that can be kind of hardcore, but that car is not serving you. It's not helping you get from point A to point B. It's not fulfilling you because it's not safe. It doesn't feel like it's bringing value to your life. It's oftentimes taking away. And I know that's a hard, concrete example, but some of our relationships are that, unfortunately. Just start to shift this. It's very difficult. Reach out to Alan. You can reach out to me and I'll send you to Alan, whatever. But get this thing, go through it, and then really start to live your life through that lens of, look, my time is valuable. I'm sure there were some of you listening when Alan said, you can't just call me, you know, out of the blue and expect me to answer. That might have triggered some people, but that's the level of focus that we're trying to have, where if you call me during the day, unless you're Alan, somebody on the team, Tarryn, my mom, or Mima, you're probably not going to get an answer because I'm doing my thing. So that is something that you can aspire to as well if that's what you're focused on.
I've said this many times before, and I hope it lands for people. A lot of people love Jay Shetty, and I think he's a wonderful man and has a lot of wisdom. And there's a reason why none of us can get a hold of him anytime we want. And it's not because he doesn't want to help people. It's not because he doesn't have a big heart. It's not because he doesn't want to serve others. It's because if he allowed anyone in the world to call him anytime, he would burn to the ground. He would lose his focus. His quality of life would go way down. And so whether it's Oprah or Taylor Swift or Serena Williams or Jay Shetty or Kevin Palmieri or you are allowing too many trivial things to distract you from the most important thing. If I'm more worried about what someone else is doing on Instagram than about how Emilia's day was, I am jeffing. I am more concerned with how Emilia's day was today than whether or not I'm scrolling on Instagram. And that's why one of the reasons I have a magnificent relationship. And I have to put Emilia and I's quality time above this person who called randomly. Now, of course, there's extenuating circumstances, but do this not from a selfish place, but from a selfless place. Because I believe what the world needs more than anything is more fulfilled people. And you're going to be more fulfilled when you stay inside of alignment and when you make your top priorities your top priority.
And it's understandable if you're out there thinking, well, for me, if you're thinking, the collective you out there, the quantity, it scares me. It scares me not to have a lot of people around me. And when you start reallocating time with people, you're going to build in quality. And if you struggle with that, Next Level Nation is a wonderful place for those that are new. Private Facebook group that we have, a bunch of people in there. Everybody is like-minded. Everybody is growth-minded. Everybody wants to get to the next level of their life. Super supportive. There's always great conversations going on in there. And now more than ever, this is the heart-driven but no BS approach here. if you're not connecting with like-minded people, it's probably because you're not looking hard enough. There are so many Facebook groups, and there's just a lot of opportunities, meetups. I know with COVID it's been hard, but you can still do it virtually. So I'm challenging you to find more of your people. Next Level Nation is a wonderful place to do it. Link in the show notes below.
Imagine your parents or your grandparents before the internet. They had to go in their main community to connect with like-minded people. And what if they were in a small town where there wasn't a lot of like-minded people? We all know that analogy in Beauty and the Beast where Belle is stuck in this small town and wants to think bigger and dream bigger, and that's why she's so drawn to books. There's the internet. You can connect with people all over the world now. You can find your people, and if you're listening to this show, we know exactly where those people are. On the internet, they're in Next Level Nation. Sarah is the new champion of Next Level Nation. It's super exciting. She's posting in there every day. Wonderful, wonderful engagement in there. And it's private, so anything you say in there, if anyone ridicules you or judges you or makes fun of you, they will be booted. We've already booted 4 different people who were disrespectful. That's the one thing we'll never tolerate is disrespect. Second, and more importantly, Next Level Live tickets, already half of the tickets are accounted for. We've had a few people buy some to donate them. If you are intending to attend, you've got to get your tickets as soon as possible. I know a lot of people wait to the last minute to do things. Please do not wait. Buy your tickets. We will not open up any more tickets than 50. Already half of the tickets are accounted for, and I know Dr. Tarryn's going to have a lot of her community in there as well. So Dr. Tarryn MacCarthy, Tori Aletto, myself, Kevin, half a day continental breakfast is included. Kevin and I are touring the venue tomorrow. And we're going to get some footage of that, so you'll see that come through. It's a really, really nice, expensive venue. We are not making any money on this event. We just want to meet you. We want to meet the Next Level community in person. Please join us. We are taking every precaution with COVID. We will be having you send a picture of a negative rapid COVID test. So it's completely safe. Please buy your ticket as soon as possible.
Next Level Nation tomorrow for episode number 881. So we had a guest, and the guest had to cancel last minute, and rather than Alan and I scrambling to find somebody who might not be as valuable as we want and might not be a good fit for you, I am repurposing an episode. I was on Alex Knott's Feed Me Serotonin. Alex is a wonderful human being, super, super into growth, super humble, asked great questions. I think you will enjoy that. So you will find that tomorrow. And as always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. At NLU, we do not have fans. We have family. We will talk to you tomorrow, and you can hear me and Alex.
Please reach out.
Bye.